Yep, it stumped me and a lot of you, so let's jump right in. G'day champion, how you doing? Welcome back to Murphy's Magic Stumped. I'm of course Bo Creamer. How you doing on this absolutely glorious Tuesday? Now before we get into today's episode, I do want to tell you about this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Visual Magic Bundle, stick around till later on in the episode and I'll show you how to enter that giveaway. Now this effect we posted on our social media and so did a bunch of other magic shops and it went crazy viral. And for good reason, it is insanely visual and that method, is it good. But this isn't the first time that this effect has been released. So let's find out absolutely everything you need to know about the Sand Deck by Martin Braessas. Now there are a bunch of questions in the comment section of people asking questions about this effect online. So let's answer them all. Now if you haven't seen what the Sand Deck is, let's check out Martin showing you what it is right now. See how insanely visual is that? Are you still stumped? Yeah, I don't blame you. Now let's get into a little bit of history about this effect. This effect was actually released back in 2022 as a download on the Vault. But since its release, Martin got asked by a lot of people for a physical version. So that's where we come to today. Martin has released a physical version with an updated gimmick. So in this new updated version, what do you find inside the box? Well, you find your gimmick, which is incredibly insanely simple. We'll get more into that gimmick in just a little bit. Apart from that, you obviously get your online video instruction link, and that's pretty much it. Now, if that's all you needed to know and you don't want to know anything else in this episode and you want to pick it up right now, well, good news, my friend. There's a link in the description below right now to a magic shop, or you can get it worldwide at your favorite magic shop for just $30. And what makes this even better is that you only need a skill level of a beginner magician to do this effect. It really is so simple to do. Now let's get into that online video tutorial. What's it like? Well, as you see on screen right now is exactly how this looks when you watch it at home. The tutorial is broken up into several different segments. To start things off, you get the original download included in this instructional video. Then you get that new tutorial that includes the updated gimmick. Martin goes over a bunch of different routines, handlings, and variations on this effect that will pretty much suit any working scenario. You literally learn every handling that you see in that trailer. And you also learn how to customize the gimmick. So if you want to build one at home or build it into several different decks, you learn all of that on the online instructions. And I have to say that the gimmick is really simple to build. You could build it in, I would say, less than a minute. And you probably have all those materials sitting around at home right now, which is absolutely insane that you can customize this to any card. So customize this baby into any deck you like. Now the gimmick included in this release is really well made. It's actually what you think it is. It's just a playing card with a few little bits added on. But Martin has thought of every little aspect of this with how you're going to perform this and making it look as clean as possible. Honestly, watching the tutorial, I was like, Martin, you've thought of things that no one would even be thinking about. Because we know as magicians, we like to overthink things. And Martin has thought these things out that make every little detail perfect. Now the gimmick does use an old premise that has been going on for a long time. Now this is why it's so interesting and stumped a lot of magicians. Because over the weekend, we had quite a few magicians that actually are renowned for using this premise message and say, hey, how does this work? Because I want to know if I can do it in my shows. And after I explained to them that they're gonna need to pick up this release and update that, I know they all went out and brought it. They messaged me back not long later saying how great and how much detail and how many cool little ideas that Martin added in. I think that's what made this so fooling. Martin has created some new little ideas using this premise that is absolutely insane. Just look at those visuals. How good do they look? Now with this gimmick, because it uses an old premise that I can't really talk about right now because it's going to give away the method, But with this premise, you're going to need to be cautious of a few things. But don't let that get you down. You could honestly perform this in a real life scenario, which is pretty cool because the way Martin has thought about using this gimmick and this premise, it actually covers it really well in the gimmick and the performance, which honestly I performed in the mirror and it looked absolutely insane. And I performed for my wife as well and it fooled her badly. Look, what I'm getting at is there's some very clever thinking using this premise. Now, in that real life scenario, I would definitely perform this for a one-on-one. We'll go over more of that in a second with the angles. Now let's take a break from this breakdown for just a wee second because I want to find out who won last episode's bundle. So shocked face please. What? What is going on? Oh, congratulations champion. You're the winner of last episode's bundle. So if you could DM me on any of Murphy's socials, I'll get that prize out to you quicker. You can say, hey, what were you watching? I was watching that trailer again. It's insane. Now, my friends, onto this episode's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Visual Magic bundle, all you need to do is comment in the comment section below what deck of cards would you use for the sand deck. Let me know whatever it is below. I'll choose someone out at random and you'll be announced on next Tuesday's episode of Stumped. So good luck. Also, if you haven't checked out last week's episode of Stumped, make sure you do. Card on screen right now. It's where I go over absolutely everything you need to know about this incredible piece of magic. All right, let's get back into the breakdown with what you guys want to know. Is it examinable? Well, this is a one card gimmick. So no, not really. But you do end with a full deck that you can have examined, go straight into other performances with, whatever you need to do. Okay, so let's talk about those angles, those pesky angles. This effect is quite angle restrictive. So you definitely, like I mentioned earlier, gonna wanna perform this one-on-one. And you could perform it in a real life scenario. But this is absolutely perfect for camera or social media, or even if you're doing a parlor or stage show. Which those magicians I talked about earlier are stage magicians in Las Vegas. So having a camera on that stage, looking at that card transform into a full deck, oh baby, beautiful. So keep that in mind when performing. All right, so let's sum this up into a nice little package. Now this was Sand Deck released by Martin Braessas back in 2022. It's now had a facelift and an update to the gimmick with this new release. In this effect, you'll be able to produce a whole deck of cards from a single card. If you're looking for the perfect virtual opener, this is it. Once you produce the deck, you can continue using it for your favorite routines. In this release, you receive 2 different gimmicks ready to use right out of the box, and a 30-minute online tutorial where you will learn how to do different handlings and also how to make extra gimmicks if you want to use them on any deck you have at your home. Now please note this is super easy to do, extremely visual, and perfect for social media. And perfect for social media, TV, or stage. Now, if you want to see more on the Sand Deck, there's a link in the description below right now. You can pick it up for $30, and you need a skill level of a beginner magician to do it. But if you don't want to pick up the physical version, there's also a link in the description below right now where you can pick up the download for just $10. So if you've got an absolute hankering to find out what that method is, you can learn it for $10. But honestly, I highly recommend picking up the physical version because you get those gimmicks already made, and 2 of them, and you also get the original tutorial, the download, included in the new instructional video. Now, my friends, if you do have any more questions on the Sand Deck, please throw them down in the comment section below, but make sure you use the hashtag question time so I can find them amongst all the competition entries. Now, my best friend, I will let you get back to your Tuesday because I know you have that super important thing that you were telling me about earlier. You remember. So have a great day doing whatever you're doing, and I will see you on Wednesday for another What's New This Week, on Saturday for another free tutorial on Saturday Sorcery, or on our Discord for our weekly jams, trivia, games, hangouts, and even more. Now take care, champion. See you later. Bye for now. Whoa, hey, whoa, what's that? Oh, you should definitely check out that. Oh, there's so much good magic in there. You won't regret it. Hey, whoa, hey, look at this bad boy. You should definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe, then watch that. Oh, it's a good day to treat yourself.